Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking around. I know I've been MIA. Today I'm here to do a foundation review for this Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Luminous foundation in the color 305N. And I've been using this for a few months now. I was actually at TJ Maxx walking around and I went through the makeup aisle. I found this shade that they only had a few shades, and this one seemed to fit me. I'm just gonna be doing that today, catching up, chit-chatting. So if you're in the mood to see how this foundation looks on my dry skin, stick around. I'll be doing some check-ins and then I'll give you my full review at the end. Let's get started with this bare face. I already moisturized. I applied my toner, sunscreen, and all of that good stuff. So now I'm just gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I'm gonna apply this all over. My primer has dried off and I actually need to do my eyebrows. Look what happened to my brush. For my eyebrows, I'm going in with my Revolution dark brown pomade. Ever since I got introduced to pomades, I've been liking them. I've tried a few pencils, but I feel like they go through them fast, and pomades last a few months, so yeah. I almost feel like getting my eyebrows laminated because it's always a hit and miss with these. And just a little tip, every time I grab some pomade, I just grab a little bit. I'll like put it behind my hand here and then I'll squeeze the crap out of the brush so it's like very, very sharp. And so when I go in to do my eyebrows, it kind of looks like feathery strokes, if that makes sense. I'll be putting all of the products I'm using in the description box. To be honest, it feels super weird being on YouTube again. I know it's been like 6 months or maybe over 6 months since I last recorded. And I do see that my foundation reviews do the best on here, so I feel like that's what I'm gonna stick to from now on. So if you do have any recommendations or any foundations you want me to try out, let me know. Leave them down below and I'll be glad to review them, try them on my dry skin. Let's just go into this foundation. And like I said, I've been using this for almost 3 months, so it's more a review for you guys if you guys are interested in buying this. Again, this was like the best, like the closest one to my actual shade. The other ones were a little too dark, a little too light, so I ended up going with the 305N, and this was like $9.99 at TJ Maxx. So it has a pump. Excuse the how dirty it is. And I'm just gonna do like 2 pumps. And I always like to go in with my foundations using my brush. This is the e.l.f. foundation brush. And I always start off first on my cheeks. And work my way out because I want most of the product to cover this area. This is a water-resistant liquid foundation that creates a luminous natural finish. The radiant formula delivers long-wearing, medium coverage, yet still feels weightless and looks ultra-fresh. Suitable for all skins, including sensitive skin. Formulated without gluten, parabens, alcohol, oil, mineral oil, or talc. I applied foundation on this side, my right side of the face, and there's no foundation on this side, so you can kind of see how well it has covered. Again, this is a medium coverage. I always like to go in with a second coat of foundation once the first has dried down to get a little bit more full coverage. I feel like the match is pretty good. I can get away with a yellow undertone or a neutral undertone. I've been matched to neutral and yellow in the past, so being that this is a 305N and for neutral, it looks pretty good. You can always like make it a little darker with your bronzer, your cream contour, or lighter with your concealer, of course. So let me go ahead and finish the rest of my face and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. So this is the foundation. I let it dry and it's still kind of drying, but this is what it looks like with 2 coats. Now this side of my face is done. It's still kind of drying, so it looks extra glowy, but it feels lightweight, and for 10 bucks, like I said, you can't beat it. I'm gonna spray my face now with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It smells really good, by the way. Like a rose, like a dusty rose type of scent. I stopped by at their counter inside of Nordstrom, and boy, I was looking at their lip liners and their lipsticks because I have this little sample size that Sephora gifted me. This is Pillow Talk, and look how much is left. I really love this color. So much has happened since the last time I got on camera. I moved, so I am now in a new place. I am in front of a beautiful bright window, which I appreciate because our last place didn't really have, it was a very dark apartment. We were more at an angle. So now our windows are facing west. So when the sun is over us, it's very bright in here, and also it's beautiful when the sun is setting. Get the golden hour, all of that. We had the option to pick from this apartment and a different one, and I intentionally chose this one because of the same setting, the brightness. I knew how bright it would be in here. So yeah, I'm happy to share that we're in a new apartment and a new space. Leaving our old apartment was kind of bittersweet because that was the first place we first moved in with one another. I learned how to cook in that kitchen. We grew out of that space, and now we're in this new, bigger, brighter space where I want to say this is the last place we move until we buy our home. So I'm putting it out there in the universe so it can come to fruition, but definitely do not want to move again. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 260N. Oh my gosh, it's so bright in here you can't even see that, but trust me, it's 260N. Been all over TikTok, just watching the videos with the whole drama between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. I didn't really listen to her music back then like I do some of her music now. Her breakup with Justin has made her come out with some pretty good songs, like The Heart Wants What It Wants. That's a very good song, like very deep. And what's the other one that just came out not too long ago? Lose to Love You? Or you see, you can tell I'm not the biggest fan, right? But I knew of her brand. I wanted to try it out. You know, now that her fans were digging and found a lot of coincidental things between Hailey Bieber and her, it's like, come on, that's not a coincidence. The whole, like, a lot of things are like super red flag about Hailey Bieber, and I'm not saying like she deserves all the hate that she's getting, like the tattoo behind her ear, like, come on. You know what like really bothered me about Hailey Bieber? That she was on Jimmy Fallon and she said that she didn't even know who Justin was because he wasn't that big and blah, 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 right? And then it cuts to her being like a fangirl, being outside of like a hotel or following Justin around. And it's like, how did you not know who he was? Come on. Like, I feel like if she wouldn't have said that, I would have been like, people are overreacting, people are reaching. But I feel like she's trying to deny that she was like following him around.
So you stalked my whole life on the boardwalk, and then
drama, celebrity drama. Somehow I always like go down these rabbit holes. And I always end up filling in my sister, my boyfriend, of what's going on. Because they don't have time for that BS. But guess what? I do. I really liked watching Rihanna's performance in the Super Bowl. And it's funny because at first, when she was up there, I was like, in my head, I was like, is that her baby bump that she hasn't lost? But I didn't see anything. She ends up being pregnant. So that was such an iconic moment for her to do and announce that she's pregnant on the biggest stage ever. How could I talk about celebrities and not talk about Bad Bunny and Kendall? Like, what? That I was shook. I am not gonna lie. I was like, no, they can't be. Those are just rumors Chris is putting out there for everyone to fall for. I don't know if I'd like them as a couple, to be honest. So they do make a nice couple, but I just maybe it's just a PR relationship. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just sharing my thoughts and chit-chatting, but who cares what I think? It must be weird being a celebrity because all your information is out there. Like, my camera said shut up because it just died, so I'm just gonna quickly finish the rest of my makeup. I just put some concealer, and then I'm going in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, translucent setting powder. This is such a well-known powder, and tell me why it's my first time actually buying it. I'm so excited. Next month in April is my niece's quinceañera. I did her makeup like 2 weeks ago for her photo shoot. She looks so beautiful, and it just blows my mind how fast time actually goes, and you don't realize it until you see little kids all grown up. I still feel very young, so seeing them all grown, you know, like, it's just not grown, but you know, just old. My camera died again, so I just put a little bit of blush. I did my eyes off of camera, and I'm just gonna hurry up now because I feel like it's gonna die again, and I don't want to keep recharging it. So there's a bunch of events going on this year. It's gonna be a booked and busy year. One of my really good friends is getting married in August. And what's cool about her wedding is that she's having a 1920s theme, like a roaring 20s, which I've been searching for dresses everywhere, and it's so tricky. I actually ordered one, and I thought it would look beautiful because it was like a long cocktail dress, but 1920s theme. I ordered it off of Amazon, and it looked beautiful online, but I don't know, it just looked weird on myself that I had to return it. We're having her bachelorette in June, so that should be fun and exciting, and I'm looking forward to it for sure. Alright, so this is the final look. This is what the foundation looks like with all of the makeup, all of the layers applied on top of it. It is currently 5:24. I'm gonna take you guys outside also so you can see what it looks like in daylight. And the sun is perfect right now without a shadow. Let me scooch you guys this way. I mean, so far I feel like this foundation doesn't really oxidize as much, so it doesn't look too far off from the color that is in the bottle. And when I apply it, it still feels very light. We got the Queen, Miss Selena. The sun is so bright. The pressure is getting worse. I can't even see right now, but as long as you guys can see. Or is that too bright? Here, let me lower this. The doctor, so miss, why are you blind? Because I was trying to film a foundation review. Hello again. It's currently 11:13. I just finished trimming my dog, so I'm like full of hair, but I wanted to do one last check-in for the night. I've had the foundation and this makeup on for 7 hours or so. This is what it looks like, the foundation. Overall, I really like this foundation. You can still see some of the glowiness on my forehead. I like that. I don't like when it looks super matte. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, like I said, for $10, It's not bad. So I would definitely recommend this if you do have dry skin, or even if you do have oily skin. Of course, just mattifying your face, adding a powder on top, I think it can work, but definitely it's a thumbs up for me on my dry skin. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm gonna shower this dog and shower myself, take all of this off. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video and sticking along, watching to the end. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're not already. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video.